All right, everybody, let's get started. Welcome to Speakeasy. Today's AMA is a little different for us in that I'm hosting it as opposed to being on the other side of the mic. And the other thing is that we're going to be talking about another protocol that is our home protocol, if you will, the biggest investment that we have in the Speakeasy protocol, of course, is in EMP money. And we have a whole new slew of innovations that are coming out from EMP. And the one we're going to be talking about today is called EMP Fusion. And I asked AJ Brockman if he would join us. He's the team lead at EMP. And I asked if he would come in and talk to us a little bit about this massive change in the ecosystem over at EMP because, of course, it affects everybody's bags here at Speakeasy. So, AJ, welcome.
Well, thank you, Kirk. Man, I'm happy to be here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Loud and clear, man. Loud and clear.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm happy to go over EMP, maybe drop some alpha on Fusion, and I'm going to attempt to share my screen as well. So let me try that real fast. I may need permission here. Just one moment.
Okay. Yeah, I have this graphic if you can't get it working, but
okay, yeah. If not, I can just send you the graphics to pull up. One moment. All right. I think we figured it out. Let me see if I can.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
Enlarge these and then. All right. Awesome. Here we go. So, yes, I'll be able to scroll through these hopefully. Again, some of the stuff you may see later on, please just take with a grain of salt. We're still developing, and I want to make sure that we're not giving away any vital information. And again, everything is subject to change. But yeah, so as Kirk said, yeah, we've had a long relationship, and Speakeasy, again, why all of you should care about Fusion is that this is going to be a much more sustainable model. It will provide the same rewards you're getting now, if not even more. The idea is that we're even increasing the APR. And why it's so important to Speakeasy is that, obviously because of our relationship with Kirk, you guys are accumulating EMP ETH LP, but the protocol is hurt when you eventually need to sell that EMP. Again, whether you want to sell a portion to fund the bank or however we decide to make it the best exit strategy eventually for Speakeasy, that is bullish because now with Fusion, you can sell a part of your position without ever hurting the peg or the protocol. So I just want to bring that up at the very beginning because it really is amazing in terms of what Speakeasy will be able to yield over the long run, and again provide that outside revenue into the protocol. So all right. With that being said, Kirk, you want me to just go over the graphic and then I'm happy to answer any questions along the way as well.
Yeah. I wanted to ask a couple questions up front. You covered a lot of it right there. As the Speakeasy people that are in the chat here know, as you were saying, Speakeasy has a substantial investment into the EMP protocol and into the EMP native token itself. We're over 500,000 EMP token now. And the vast majority of that EMP token is actually paired with Ethereum in the EMP ETHLP farm. And so what AJ is going to be presenting, at least as I understand it, because I'm still a rookie at learning Fusion too,
for sure,
is, so we're particularly interested here on our side of the protocol about what's going to be happening with the EMP ETH LP. And then also, like you said, one of the big no-nos in the protocol up till now has been don't sell EMP token because that hurts the whole overall system. So we'd love to hear as you go through about how that has been changing in Fusion. So yeah, go ahead and just go roll with your whatever you want to say.
All right, perfect. Yep. And again, I know that's the beautiful relationship that Kirk and I have. Not only is Speakeasy supporting EMP, but now we're going to in turn support Speakeasy and the payouts. And like Kirk said, the main way revenue is generated is providing EMP ETH LP. You're then rewarded in eShare. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, Kirk, but you guys are doing like multiple eShare a day now, right? I think it was like 5 eShare a day, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're generating right now. The USD value is about $250. So I don't know what that translates into, and I don't know what the price is right now. But yeah, we've grown quite a bit.
Totally. So the whole idea is that we're going to keep that process, still give everybody exposure to Ethereum as well, which is also bullish. EMP, again, not to get too much in the weeds before we get started here, but EMP is essentially fractionalized Ethereum. And the whole point of pairing not only the LP with ETH, but also the 4,000 to 1 ratio, that again holds up as fractionalized ETH. So right now we're a bit below peg, which makes that ratio a little less. However, you're going to experience all the upside when we do recover peg, and this process of EMP fusion is meant to not only provide more yield, but also help us recover peg and maintain peg. And when that happens, the ecosystem starts firing on all cylinders, and we've eliminated all the potential. I try to get away from saying good actors and bad actors,
Right.
but typically a bad actor is somebody that sells EMP and doesn't understand they can actually yield through the protocol. And so with Fusion, we're eliminating that human error completely. So now there is no possible way to be a bad actor because we put all the guardrails in place again through making your position an NFT. That essentially, I know it sounds crazy, but we're essentially eliminating sell pressure on EMP, which is just incredible. And that's why we keep saying that peg is inevitable, and not if, but when we get to peg. So again, that's a little bit of background on why we are moving to Fusion. There are some inherent downsides to seniors protocols, but we've been the leaders in the space on solving all of those issues. So originally it was creating Detonator, which gave us deep liquidity, which helped carry us through the bear market. And now, again, the evolution of the protocol is Fusion. And I think it's bullish that we're a team that continues to develop, and offer solutions rather than just saying, oh, well, it didn't work out and rugging like every other DeFi protocol seems to do these days. So we're not going anywhere. We're building. We have been building for, a year and a half now almost. And all of this is going to be encapsulated into Fusion. So, all right, let's walk through the graphic here. I think that will give everybody a better idea. So, EMP Fusion, the heart or the brain of EMP Fusion is called the central grid. And in the central grid, you would deposit EMP into it. The pool pays out daily energy. So energy is essentially the illiquid version of eShare, and we'll get to that in a minute here. But you're earning energy every day, just like you would earn eShare in the farms, and then rewards are paid out at the end and start of every epoch, which is a 24-hour cycle. And then they're distributed to all the investors based on the individual share of the pool, which we'll get to in a minute about microgrids. But like I said, energy is the eShare that you're earning under the hood, and eShare will still function as a token of the ecosystem. And we'll have a marketplace, which is, again, we'll get to. There's a lot to go over, but that marketplace, you'll only be able to transact in, again, either energy or eShare, which gives amazing use case to eShare over the long run. So again, you'll earn energy as rewards for your stake in the central grid, and then you could also use eShare to buy even more energy. Again, that's what I was saying within the marketplace. So purchasing eShare now and trade it in for instant power pack, which will also be bonus energy. So we're going to release that in the white paper, hopefully by the end of next week, or even early next week. That again, there will be also some multipliers with eShare as well, which gives eShare some amazing utility on top of everything else. So the central grid is, again, everything happening under the hood. The idea is that we want to have all this happening in the background, so you as the user don't have to have a finance degree to be able to figure it out. It's very simple, and we do that through the microgrid. So the microgrid is a unique NFT wallet that collects your daily energy and then distributes it. So again, your microgrid represents your ownership of the central grid, and that will be an NFT that you could eventually sell. Again, as I mentioned earlier, you could sell all of it, you could sell a portion of it, and that will, again, allow you to exit the protocol without ever hurting anybody. I don't think you're going to want to exit the protocol because the APRs are going to be amazing. You'll be able to earn through all this, but that is an option for you. So microgrids, again, provide the investors the ability to use their EMP to create their own unique strategies, build passive income, and participate in new opportunities. So again, through the marketplace, and we'll get into some alpha after I go over all this in terms of Speakeasy. But imagine that we do a pre-sale where you're only able to get involved through our marketplace, which means, again, you have to have energy to do that. So we also have, again, amazing built-in utility of how all this functions. So step number 3 is that Fusion will introduce a superior new mechanism into EMP. The primary goal of the microgrid is to keep building your share of the central grid. All unclaimed energy is then used to purchase more EMP and auto deposit for you to keep your ownership ever increasing. So this is really important. A lot of you that may be familiar with EMP already, the way the auto compounders work, this essentially will be happening behind the scenes for everybody. So we've tried to tell people to go into the auto compounders, but they're all, third-party websites, and some people don't know what that is. It takes your EMP, ETH LP, it sells your eShare reward for more EMP ETH LP. And so doing this under the hood of Fusion means that there is literally constant buy pressure on EMP. So again, imagine what that will do to PEG as we move forward. Everybody is forced into this auto compounding, and it's bullish for you because your rewards are never lost. So if you don't purchase a battery, which we'll talk about in a minute here, batteries are a way to cash out of the ecosystem. But if you don't purchase a battery, or you don't have enough energy to fill that battery, then all that leftover energy just literally goes to making your ownership of the protocol even more. So it auto compounds back into your microgrid and makes your microgrid even more powerful, which will in turn produce more rewards over time. So this mechanism also is really bullish for minnows because you're not really competing with whales as long as you've been in the protocol longer. So it rewards those of you that have been here longer or continue to reinvest into the microgrid and gives you a bit of an advantage over a whale that would just come in and try to buy all the energy off the market and get ahead. So we've really taken a lot of time and effort into making sure both minnows and whales are incentivized to get into Fusion. So, and then finally, again, all this will revolve around a marketplace. And the marketplace, again, is amazing because you'll only be able to use your energy, whether it's earned or purchased, to buy these marketplace NFTs, and they'll be the NFTs will be batteries or partner tokens, or again, some alpha here, maybe a share of a Max wallet in Speakeasy. Imagine that. Imagine having a way to buy into those rewards of 2 BNB a week. So that's another, again, thing that we're working on to incorporate partner protocols into, again, the marketplace. So also, again, stable tokens, blue chips, whatever you want to cash out in, you'll be able to. And this is really bullish for EMP because, again, it eliminates the selling pressure on EMP. So, and then on top of all that, the marketplace will have a very small transaction fee, almost like a sales tax. For those of you that are in America or parts of the world that have sales tax, and all those taxes will go into feeding the rewards. So again, not only is Fusion an extremely healthy way of doing things, but it's also an additional revenue stream for EMP, and therefore, supporting all of you. So, all right, I know that was a lot to take in. Kirk, I'm happy to go into some questions, and then we'll drop some alpha about the UI after that. But again, there was a lot. Did I overwhelm you yet, Kirk, or you think you're getting it? Yeah.
No. It's a lot. Absolutely. I want to kind of bring it back. I think we're trying to accomplish two things here. One is, of course, to get people in the Speakeasy community interested in understanding what's going on at EMP, but then also I'm learning, and I want the Speakeasy community to understand how things are going to work differently. So as an example, I'm going to pop up, I'm going to take control of the screen for just a second.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is our Speakeasy wallet inside of EMP in the farms. Let's just take a moment to let that sink in. It smells like whiskey. So good.
I love it, man. That is bold. You guys are killing it. Speakeasy Rails. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I wanted to ask you is, so what we're looking at here, guys, and people that are in Speakeasy, this is representative of about 400 people who are in the Speakeasy protocol. Each of them has a position in what you're looking at right here. So the way that the system has worked up to now is we come in every day and we claim, we don't claim over an eShare because we're collecting it, but we claim over here our eShare rewards every day. That you can see is about 1.5. It's about that time of the day, my favorite time of the day.
Yes, absolutely.
And so when you all are seeing that our rewards available pool is building, this is where it's coming from, is from our eShare rewards. And this is based on this 3818 that you see here. That's 3,818 LP pairs, which is half Ethereum and half EMP. And that is staked in this farm in order to generate us these rewards. So we're keeping our principal and generating rewards and pulling the rewards out because eShare is the token in the EMP system that is designed to do that. So I have a couple of questions for you, AJ, about this mechanic, because this is our primary mechanic in the protocol.
Yep, perfect. Yep.
So how will this, my first question is, how will this change? Is there still going to be a farm like this, or how does this look in Fusion?
Yep, absolutely. So I'm going to answer as much as I can. Again,
there
are a few things that we have not even released to our own community, so I have to tread very lightly here. But again, to answer your question, Kirk, the idea is that this functions exactly as it is now, but there will not be a farm tab. Your LP will be encapsulated into that microgrid NFT. So now you have a microgrid, that is worth $41,000. Am I reading that right? I think. Or,
yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am reading that right. Man, you guys are incredible. So yeah, the microgrid would be worth $141,000, and it would generate that 1.5 eShare every day. And so eShare again. In the central grid, eShare becomes energy. So you're actually earning energy in the protocol every day. And so rather than you having to come and claim every day, you would just have a cash out battery, and it could be in any asset you want. It could be stable token, it could be BNB, it could be ETH, and every day you can redeem those energy rewards in that battery. Again, we're calling it a power cycle. So every time the battery fills up, and I have some graphics I'll show in a minute that will help illustrate this. But say you're producing enough energy to have that power up cycle happen every day, then you literally get $212 in rewards every single day, and it all happens for you automatically. So as long as you have that battery activated, it will literally accumulate, and rewards will be ready to be claimed on every power cycle. So, and there's also, again, other utility NFTs in the protocol that can speed up your power cycles and actually provide even more value through again, building your microgrid. And then again, say Speakeasy needs some more funds in the short term to pay out rewards, then you can just sell a portion of your microgrid. Again, if you have 141,000, say you want to sell $10,000 worth, you can exit and do that. Obviously, you may earn a little bit less because you're reducing your position, but now that allows you as an investor to cash out of the protocol without ever hurting the peg or any other part of the ecosystem. And those NFTs will be on the market. The treasury will be buying back a lot of those NFTs to make sure that there's liquidity, or others that maybe want to buy more of their own microgrids can buy those NFTs as well. So does that help answer a little bit, Kirk? Again, I'm happy to show you what the batteries look like here in a minute.
Yeah, that does. I mean, again, one of the benefits that we tout over on the Speakeasy side of this is, with this protocol, both the current version and also Fusion, even though Fusion is much more gamified, I think, than the current version.
Yes, 100%.
Still, the people that are investing in Speakeasy that may not have the time and or interest in running multiple protocols, we're kind of doing that work for them. But I also want everybody, in our protocol to understand, I just keep preaching, oh yeah, we're an EMP. EMP's the best. It's the best. But I thought it was just really important for people to see exactly what I'm talking about if they're not involved in EMP at all. So, so that's great.
And you mentioned something real fast. Again, sorry to cut you off, Kirk, but the gamification, I think that is so important, and it was a lot of the effort into EMP Fusion. Kirk busted his ass for us to make an incredible academy, and we were a leader in the space. We are a leader in the space in terms of education, but unfortunately, some people don't want to take the time to learn, and they just want to ape into the protocol or get in and get out. I mean, they're all over the place. So we want to, again, put guardrails. We call them guardrails, just like you would now drive off a cliff. There are guardrails in the protocol to make sure that you as an investor can't drive off the cliff. So all those things are incorporated into Fusion. I know it sounds complicated on the surface, but once you see this in action, it will be very, very intuitive. And again, I have some screen captures I can go through in a minute after I finish this thought. But it'll be something that you not only is easier to understand, but it's actually fun to build your position. And every day you check in and see your microgrid and that value increasing over time. And building your position, really making a game out of it that produces rewards. So again, I know it's a lot to take in. Like Kirk said, Speakeasy is really managing it on your behalf, which is amazing. But if some of you want to get involved with EMP directly, this is a great time and a great way, to see what we're building. And above all, the idea is that we are actually able to increase rewards because we have some amazing revenue streams that are coming into EMP. One of which is the launch decks for L1X. That once that is up and running, we could literally be bringing in tens of thousands of dollars a day into the protocol. And that's just one revenue stream. We have, again, the marketplace fees. That's a revenue stream. Our treasury right now is very healthy and producing, multiple thousands of dollars a day in yield. I mean, we are set up for success, and all of that yield and all of that revenue will be distributed to the central grid. So the larger share of the central grid that you have, the more rewards or energy you will receive. So, all right, and that is again. Yeah, go ahead, Kirk. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let's get into the other things, but I want to kind of cut back and forth a little bit so people can understand
please do.
How this relates to the Speakeasy protocol. So, but this is critical what you're just saying about the potential value. I keep preaching over here that not only is EMP a great protocol for us in fact of what we're earning every day, but the the potential for appreciation once this fusion is in place. AJ was mentioning PEG, and I won't get into the inside baseball about what PEG is, but again, taking a look at our account, this is the dashboard. And so right now, and for a while, the EMP protocol has been substantially under PEG, and without getting into all the reasons why that is, most of it has to do with the market itself. But one of the things that EJ is just talking about now is about how Fusion is going to help return that to PEG. And so if you look down here, you'll see, what does that mean to you that are invested in Speakeasy? You'll see right now that the price of the EMP token itself is 17 cents. Now, I can't remember now what the math equation is if we were at PEG. I think is it $1?
Yeah, so it's 4,000 to 1. So you would take the price of EMP and then divide that by 4,000. So I think at PEG, again, just to give some rough numbers, PEG is just under 50 cents at the moment, and that's with ETH being $2,000. So so to Kirk's point, I mean, there is massive upside. Go ahead, Kirk.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to point out to people, because when I'm talking to everybody on our side, I'm talking about this upside potential, and this is exactly what we're talking about. So, we have 500,000 EMP token, most of it purchased below 17. And this has the ability, with the increase in Fusion, I fully believe in the team. And so this is why I'm so bullish and excited, because if they can make this work to get back to PEG quickly, that means that 17 goes to something around 50. And that is incredibly bullish for all of us in Speakeasy. So I just wanted to point out the real world stuff to people that may not have even seen either of these dashboards before, in terms of how we're working with you guys to succeed. And I'll mention too real quick and let you get back to showing the other screens. The other I always mention when I talk about EMP about the health of the protocol. AJ was just talking about that. As you can see right now, it's about $11 million in TVL in this protocol. And, I think that I'm not even sure that there's more than 2 or 3 protocols that have even lasted as long as EMP anymore. And not only has EMP lasted, but it has more than survived. It's innovated during this down cycle and is ready to totally thrive, in my opinion. So, I wanted to make sure to show everybody these type of things. But I'll hand the control back to you, and we can get into the nitty-gritty stuff.
Amazing, Kirk. Yeah, I mean, awesome points. And again, forgive me for not relating it all back to Speakeasy, but it's bullish. And, Kirk did not have any, insider info. He's just been a loyal participant of the ecosystem. And like you said, he's been accumulating that EMP ETH LP way under even the price that is now. And remember, half of that LP is actual Ethereum. It's BEP20 Ethereum on the Binance Smart Chain, but that is actual ETH that's backed by Binance. So that alone, I mean, your microgrid could be worth upwards of $300,000 once we're back at PEG. So, not financial advice, but anybody buying EMP and eShare now has some amazing upside potential. And Kirk, I think you literally bought the bottom, man. So shout out to you, and that's amazing news for everybody that's in Speakeasy because there's just more and more rewards feeding the contract. So
yeah,
all right,
we were able to buy it. I think we both the majority of our holdings at 7 and 8 cents. So it's amazing. Anyway, continue, please.
Totally. All right, brother. Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. Hang on one second. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Are we still good?
Yeah, I switched it back, so we can see you, I think.
Oh, all right. Perfect. Let me go ahead and move to the next slide. All right. Perfect. I'm not. Okay. I do have to share. I'm going to have to individually share. Hang on one second. Oh, man. Let me see how. Let me exit out. Hang on one sec. All right, technical difficulties here. Bear with me. All right, we got it. Here we go. All right, so this is a visual representation of your microgrid. So we just released this last night. So again, just remember that there are things subject to change. But this gives you an idea of how this all will work. So you'll have your, again, microgrid generating rewards every second of every day. And then those rewards will be transitioned into your NFT batteries. So as you can see, it's represented in terms of a percentage. And you may fill up one battery every day, every few days. It just depends on how much energy you're producing. And once the energy once a battery reaches 100%, that triggers a power cycle, and then you're able to actually redeem those rewards. So, and then you're also able to turn these are the batteries here, and you're also able to turn on and off your batteries. So maybe you want to increase your ownership in the protocol. Maybe you're not getting as much energy as you would like. You can turn off all the batteries, and then 100% of your energy will be used to, again, auto compound into the microgrid. So this will allow you to, again, increase the value of your microgrid because you're not taking profit. You're reinvesting back in to then earn more yield. So there is a lot of, again, game theory in that. Maybe you compound, turn all your batteries off for 1 week, and then turn all your batteries back on for the next week. And you can, again, have multiple batteries as well. So like when you get enough energy, all this can be done on autopilot, where you don't have to come and claim every day or make sure you're not losing out on rewards. The batteries will fill up automatically, and again, it's much more hands off, much more automated, and much safer because you're not able to make a bad move that hurts the protocol. Once you're in, you're in, and having this all on a visual dashboard like this makes it much easier to understand as well. You don't have to worry about the farms, the boardroom, the auto compounder, all the other stuff that you've had to learn with EMP. All of it is under the hood now, and much easier to understand. So, all right, any questions about this slide, Kirk, before we go on to some others?
No, I don't. I mean, if people are taking notes, we can come back in general questions. But yeah, I think I got it.
All right, awesome. So there you go. That is the microgrid. Let me try and switch images again. I was having some technical difficulties. Bear with me again. All right, can you see that or no?
It says it's paused.
All right, bear with me. I just gotta stop and share it manually every time. So sorry, guys. I'm not. I'm a noob, I guess. Hang on one second. Let me go ahead and share.
It's no problem. I don't mind looking at our dashboard. Let me go back to the farm. It's
all right.
just...
Yeah, exactly. Give me some dead air here, Kirk. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right, here we go. We got to figure it out. One moment.
I'll say why he's finishing getting the slide up. What you'll be seeing here with this stuff is yet another refresh of the EMP UI, which EMP is just in the lead by a mile when it comes to UIs. The current one is gorgeous, and now it's stepping up even further and taking into account user comments and all kinds of things to make it even better. It's amazing.
Absolutely, Kirk. All right, man. I think we got it now. So yes, this is the new UI. To Kirk's point, we've been around about almost a year and a half now, and we've gone through a total of like 3. This will be the 3rd UI update. I know protocols, even successful protocols, again, not to throw shade at anybody, but they have never updated their UI once. And we are always looking to do user experience first. So this is just a screenshot of what EMP will become. So all the secondary contracts, again, detonator, nodes, up EMP, all those will have a place in Fusion. We haven't really announced what that will look like, but in the white paper, it will show you, and I think there will be some incredibly bullish information in that that will get people really excited on what we have planned. But again, this is just an idea of what it will look like. All this is subject to change, but a lot more analytics. That video that plays on the current detonator screen, I know a lot of people have issues on mobile. It doesn't run very well, no matter how much we try to optimize it. So we are going a lot more streamlined, a lot more mobile friendly, and really capturing, again, the whole rebrand of Fusion. So, and really, what I showed a minute ago, that microgrid, dashboard, that's where you're going to spend the majority of your time anyway. But the whole site will be different as well. And this won't happen on launch. We're going to try to get everything done on launch, but we don't want to delay. So there may be a few pages that have the old interface and a few pages that have the new interface. Again, all under one roof still, but we may have to roll out in phases. But again, all this is coming, and we're building as fast as we can. Our lead developer, Jake, is the best developer I've ever worked with, and he's been busting his ass. And we actually hired a total of 5 other developers. We have a project manager, we have a back-end, Solidity developer, and we have 2 front-end developers with another one that fills in. So we have a bunch of people on this. Again, the brain power into Fusion. We have all of our big brain, we call them our big brain mother effers. They put a lot of effort into Fusion and making it as sustainable as possible. So, all right, let me show some more, and then we'll take some last minute questions. Hang on one sec.
Yeah. Okay. While you switch over, I'll tap onto the end of what you were saying there. The team over at EMP, guys, is phenomenal. I mean, I know I keep using all these superlatives, but it's true. It's why we have the bulk of our investments there. But not even just the team. There are some guys that are in what is called the EMP Army, which I'm a part of as well. That they're just so impressive. Their skills in understanding and mathematical skill, it's just amazing. Some of the people that are basically just helping their own bags by contributing and contributing some amazing things. So, this is just the cutting edge of DeFi. There's just no doubt about it. And it's great to be so closely involved with it, and great to be able to help people be involved with it without having to push those buttons. And then if they want to get further involved, then they can come over themselves and start their own accounts. So it looks like you're set. So I'll shut up.
No, I love it, Kirk. And yeah, I mean, you included in that. We've had the EMP Army, we call it, and again, our big brain MFers. We've been able to assemble some of the biggest and brightest minds in crypto because they really like, the innovation that we're bringing, and, they can trust us. Again, I'm fully doxxed. We're not going anywhere. We're building every single day. So, all right, I think I figured out. I'm just going to share my screen directly so I don't have to keep doing this. But here is an example of what the cover of the white paper will be. Again, this is the new logo, the new EMP logo at the top, EMP Fusion. The infinite passive income loop is what we're branding it as. And here's an example at the bottom, which I'll show again a little bit more, about all the NFTs in the marketplace. Again, maybe you want to cash out in a partner token, or other power-ups, or here is BNB directly. I mean, you'll be able to cash out in anything you want, and then there's other ones like this one and the one over here I'll show that will add utility as well, which again we're really excited to share. So all right, let me go. Let's see if this works. I hope. All right, can you see that, Kirk? Did it work? A new slide with the batteries? All right, awesome. All right, man, we got to figure it out. Only took the entire AMA to figure it out. But so, all right, here's just some more visual representations. Every power up or NFT, I'm sorry, any power up or battery will have its own NFT card, like this on the right. Again, I blurred out some of the stats because we don't want to release too much info yet on how it applies to Fusion. And then these are just some visual representations of what the batteries may look like. Again, all this is subject to change. I just wanted to share, all the amazing stuff that we've been working on in the background. And I know people are, when Fusion, when launch, nobody wants to launch sooner than I do. So please understand we're busting our asses to make it happen. But, code is very hard, and we have never had an exploit at EMP, which is I'm super proud of. We had 100% uptime, never an exploit. We've gone through multiple migrations seamlessly. No other DeFi protocol that I know of can make those claims. So, all right, let me go ahead. We're almost done here. Again, here's the visual representation of the batteries, and this goo or energy, this blue stuff, over the day will fill up. And once the battery is full, again, like this one here, you'll be able to redeem it for whatever that battery is. Again, this one is EMP ETH LP, but it could be, anything. BNB, more Splinter Shard tokens, which is a partner protocol. And even these other two here that I blurred out is another partner a protocol that we haven't announced yet. So you can, cash out whatever you want. And it's bullish for those protocols that are with us, because that's buy pressure on those protocols, because we'll have to buy those tokens off the market to be able to give them as a reward. So anybody that wants to partner directly, it's also a great marketing opportunity as well. So, all right, again, these are some examples of the utility NFTs. So this guy right here, the last three, this guy, again, I blurred out the stats, but this one, and this one, those are utility NFTs. So you would buy those with energy, maybe to give you a bonus on earning energy. Again, I don't want to release too much info, but there'll be other ways to spend your energy to help you continue to accumulate more and more. For those of you that understand the power of compound interest and investing. So all right, I think that probably is it. Oh, one more. All right. So again, just some more examples of what the cards will look like, and different ways to, have utility outside of earning as well. So, all right, I think that is it, Kirk, for all the alpha. Let me go ahead and pull my screen back up, and I'm happy to answer more questions as well. Oh, Kirk, I think you're muted.
Oh, you're right. I was. Well, thanks, AJ. That's really super cool. And before we maybe open it up to see if anybody has any questions, I do. One question I have is I know that you're not going to give me an answer, but if you can talk about there's two things that are coming next. The next thing I think that's supposed to come with regards to Fusion is the white paper for Fusion. And do you have just some sort of sense of, I'm not looking for a date, but
Yeah, absolutely.
when we might see that?
Yes, exactly, Kirk. When launch, right? I know, I get it, man.
That's right. That's right.
Everybody wants to know, and I know, it can be frustrating to keep hearing it's coming soon. But I mean, we're talking, weeks, not months. We're really, really close on a lot of this. We're hoping to have the white paper out next week, and then there is an event again that we've been kind of alluding to. Once the white paper is out, you'll understand what that event is. But there is an event that will happen between the white paper launching and Fusion actually going live. So that event will set everybody up into Fusion. And again, not to release too much alpha, but I think a lot of you that are in DeFi projects may know what's happening. But that will, again, allow you to apply your ownership into Fusion. And there's no need to, unbreak your LP. As long as you're accumulating EMP and eShare, you'll be set up extremely well for Fusion launching. And even our other outside contracts, a lot of people are asking about nodes and up EMP and bonds. All those will also be applied. So nobody is going to be forgotten. And in the white paper, you'll see how we're going to do that. And again, there are mechanisms that we'll be releasing in the white paper that, in my mind, essentially guarantee that we are going to be back at PEG. So that's how confident I am in what we've done. And again, like I said earlier, we're literally eliminating sell pressure on EMP. So there is only one way to go, and that's up and to the right. Now, there will be volatility. Some people will choose not to go into Fusion, and that's okay. That will give all of us an opportunity to buy more EMP. And but if you're just holding a liquid EMP or liquid, LP, you're not going to be earning. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people, when we announce we're getting rid of the boardroom, because again, this is essentially the boardroom of the protocol. The people thought, well, what's that going to do to the price of eShare? Well, eShare will have even more buying pressure than it does now. And once we recover PEG, who's to say that we don't start burning some eShare as well? So I think, again, nobody is going to be left out. We could see massive price appreciation on both EMP and eShare. And, we've gone over a bunch of different scenarios, and every scenario that we've done in testing leads to more yield for everybody. So we're super excited about all that. So
Amazing.
All right. Does that help?
Yeah, amazing. And I would just say, again, just to reiterate to maybe some people who are more new into the Speakeasy protocol or coming over from EMP first time, the EMP and the EMP protocol is why I'm sitting here and why you are all sitting there with an investment in Speakeasy. Because even though Speakeasy has grown and is now putting some assets into other protocols, the entire idea for this was based on EMP. and creating a way to get people into EMP without necessarily having to know the whole protocol, which again is now changing. But at the time, the seniorage protocol was, substantially difficult to understand, but very successful. And, I just want everybody to understand that this is why I have done this project. And as you can see, everything is always incredibly well thought out by this team. And all of the work is put in. When AJ says something's going to happen, I, for one, believe it will happen. And so I just wanted everybody to pay attention and understand the magnitude of what's happening here and the potential of it. So with that said, I would ask you, AJ, I get people in Speakeasy Telegram, frequently DMing me or asking, well, okay, this is great. And I'm so happy to be involved in EMP through Speakeasy, but I'm kind of interested in maybe starting a bag of my own in EMP. And so, especially given the nature of the timing right now with Fusion, weeks away, as you said, what would your advice be to somebody who might be interested in getting in directly right now? What would be the best thing for them to do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, Kirk. So again, I just want to preface this with, the standard, not financial advice. Everything we
yes,
say,
absolutely,
totally is up to you. Nobody is pushing the buttons for you. Again, you have to only invest what you can afford. Please understand. We're not here to get rich overnight. We're here to provide a decentralized protocol. Again, this is just code on the internet that we release. I mean, we're not managing anybody's funds in the background. We're not doing anything other than what we're saying we're doing. So again, I just want to put that disclaimer out. But to Kirk's point, yeah, I mean, now is a better time than ever. The whole idea is that you want to buy EMP and eShare as low as you can. Again, especially with the imminent PEG recovery, just based on the math, those will eventually end up rising in value. Again, as long as ETH and the market overall doesn't go, down to $10,000 Bitcoin, and we hit another, bear trap or bull trap rather. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're past the worst of it. I think we're going to trade sideways for a while, and then really start to see the full bull run at the end of the year. But all that being said, you're protected in Fusion, and that's another amazing thing about EMP Fusion is, again, with the guardrails that we put into place, a lot of the human error and emotion is taken out of the equation, and that's really what kills a lot of DeFi protocols is the sentiment. It's really that simple. I mean, again, there could be an amazing protocol in terms of economics, but if people panic and sell and exit, then there's nothing you can possibly do. Well, in Fusion, we literally have eliminated all of that. And so, even if everybody decided to sell their microgrids, that just means more rewards for everybody else that's in the protocol, and therefore incentivizing new users. And we will do a full marketing campaign around Fusion. Again, I'm the self-proclaimed king of the AMAs. I've done up to 6 AMAs in one day. We know how to raise money. We know how to raise awareness. We raised $2.5 million for L1X. We had the largest independent mint for our Sentinel Squadron NFTs in Binance Smart Chain history. So all of those skills will be used to get new blood into Fusion as well, on top of all this. So just consider yourselves lucky. Again, give Kirk a pat on the back for accumulating EMP at literally, like you said, 8 to 10 cents, buying the bottom, and that means all of you in Speakeasy are going to see that price appreciation as we roll all this out. So yeah, if you are looking to get in, I would say just buy EMP and eShare. There is no right or wrong answer on what you go heavier into. Again, I think a 50-50 split is healthy. If you had $100 to invest, $50 of EMP, $50 of eShare. But I would suggest going into, especially if you're not familiar with the protocol, and you're kind of learning, I would absolutely start out with EMP ETH LP, because not only are you, again, helping the protocol build liquidity, but you're earning eShare as well. So you're still earning until Fusion goes live. So, why not sit back and relax with the EMP ETH LP and wait for all this to roll out. So, and really, everybody's asking for us to release the white paper and get it out ASAP, but you have to realize that's going to reduce the time you have to accumulate. So we're also trying to let those of you, maybe on fixed incomes, have some extra time to buy EMP and eShare at these reduced prices. So, all right, did that answer, Kirk? Sorry, I went off on a tangent a little bit.
No, it definitely does. And if you don't buy it, I will. So, I just wanted to say on the end of this, and then maybe if you've got a few more minutes left, we can see if anybody has any questions. But
yeah, for sure.
In the Speakeasy community, one of the questions that I get a lot is sort of that is when marketing. And we are a much smaller protocol with the focus is much different than something like EMP. But I want everybody to be aware too that, we in Speakeasy are kind of riding on the backs of EMP as well, because AJ's talking about they have they have the resources in all ways, financial and human resources, to market the heck out of this EMP Fusion thing and create and raise money and do those kinds of things. And all of that benefits us, because, as long as EMP continues to perform at Speakeasy, we're just raking in the profits of those efforts. So that isn't me saying I'm never doing marketing. That's me saying that this is a part of our marketing, because we're hitching our wagon to a pretty bright star. So,
totally. I love that. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was just going to say, any of our marketing too. I mean, we obviously mentor, our protocols that we work with. We've said all along that Speakeasy is not an official partnership, but again, I think all of you can realize that it's definitely a preferred protocol that we deal with for sure. And again, you guys have put your money where your mouth is. I love it, Kirk. You said if they don't buy it, you will. I mean, how much more bullish can that get, my friend? So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've been here almost an hour, so let me open it up and see if there's anybody that has a question. You can do it in voice if you'd like, or if you want to type it out in the main chat, that's fine too. Let me see. Okay. Jesse says, I've never seen anyone market like AJ does. When he kicks off a marketing cam, LA books him on about 100 AMA days. Yeah, that's right. AJ is the king. I am nothing but a serf when it comes to the amount of AMA I do, besides what AJ does. So
yeah, but you've learned trial by fire, right, Kirk? I think a lot of people don't realize the amount of effort that takes. And yeah, good to hear from you, Jesse. Love you, brother. A longtime supporter of EMP. I mean, we're the dream team. LA and I. LA again is our another team member, and COO. I guess is a good title for her. She does it all, and she really books them, and then I do them. I mean, it's really that simple. I think for L1X we did about 25 total AMAs in less than 2 weeks. So yeah, there will absolutely be marketing. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, and that's a good place to wrap up, since I wanted to ask you one other thing, since we don't seem to have a deluge of questions. You just mentioned L1X, and I don't want to get into any of the details with it, but for those of you who may or may not be familiar with the L1X project, which is basically a new blockchain that's coming, I think, towards the end of summer, August timeframe, I think. EMP is also playing a role there, and we'll have you back when that gets a little bit closer. But this is just yet another thing that EMP is involved in that I think is incredibly bullish, and that has far-reaching tentacles. So I think that I hope that this AMA has done what I intended it to do, which is for those that are in Speakeasy to kind of start to understand what is this EMP thing Kirk keeps talking about, and why is he so super into it. So this hopefully gave everybody on our side of the fence a little taste, if they hadn't looked at it themselves, as to why we're so excited to, be an investor as a group into EMP. And, AJ, I just, of course, want to thank you so much for your mentorship and for, just being a friend and being supportive of me and of Speakeasy, even though we're not a quote unquote official partner. You've been nothing but gracious and supportive, and I really, really appreciate it.
Right on, Kirk, man. The feeling is mutual, brother. You have had an amazing journey. Again, it's been a great journey together. We started as acquaintances. You were one of the very first people in EMP, but now I absolutely consider you one of my dearest friends. And yeah, I mean, we're happy to provide a platform for others to build. I mean, again, Kirk is a prime example of that, and we have other projects that are starting to now utilize EMP as their own revenue stream. And when you achieve that sort of status in DeFi, where other DeFi protocols are investing in you business to business, that is the pinnacle. And Kirk was the forefront of that. And again, I just want to say thank you, Kirk, because not only were you buying the bottom, but you really helped us initiate a full recovery on EMP before we were even releasing Fusion. So shout out to you and all the Speakeasy community for sure.
Amazing. Thanks. Okay, well, let's see real quick. Jesse followed up with, will Speakeasy NFTs be tradable on the new EMP NFT marketplace? I don't know that I know how to answer that question. I do know that I asked AJ if there might be a way for Speakeasy to become involved in Fusion directly through your batteries. And you said what?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we can answer this. Yeah, I mean, the goal is to have the NFT marketplace, compete with every other NFT marketplace that's out there. So I don't think that will be an option right off the bat. Maybe it will. Again, the devs are hard at work, and they're moving at lightning speed. So we have our meetings about every other day, and I'm learning more along the way even now. But as it sits at this very moment, yeah, I mean, you'll be able to have your own NFTs again on the Binance Smart Chain in the marketplace. And then to Kirk's point, yeah, I mean, we'd love to have a utility battery that you can cash out in that would give you ownership, of a Max wallet in Speakeasy, and then be able to get those BNB rewards. So again, there's many ways that we can now not only support, the free market, but also support the partner protocols like Speakeasy. So yeah, really exciting stuff underway. And yeah, EMP is on the Binance Smart Chain. So we're pegged to Ethereum. I just saw a question in the chat. So
Yeah.
We're pegged to ETH, but we operate on the Binance Smart Chain. And again, like Kirk was alluding to, L1X is a new and up and coming blockchain, and so we may have even more news with that this summer. But for now, we're on Binance Smart Chain.
Amazing. Okay, well, we've taken a full hour of your time. I super appreciate it. This has been recorded, of course, as most of ours are, so we'll have it available both in our Telegram and as well as on our YouTube channel, so people can pick up on it later on. Unless you've got any final words, I think I'm going to end the AMA for today. Anything else, AJ, you wanted to get across?
No, I mean, again, I appreciate everybody's attention and involvement. If you think EMP is right for you, we'd love to have you. We have an amazing community. We call them emperors and empresses. We're going to have to come up with a new name for Fusion. I know Fusion Airs is one that's been going around. But yeah, I mean, we're totally different. We're not the DeFi protocol you're used to. We're big on communication. We do our own AMAs twice a week, on YouTube as well. So please just jump on over and make friends at EMP. And again, Kirk, thank you for the opportunity to present to your community. And I'm always available. I'm in the chat. All of you can feel free to @ me in the Telegram. I'm available 24/7. So yeah, happy to do it. So thanks again,
Amazing.
Kirk.
Amazing. All right. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you coming and listening to this, and we will see you on our next AMA whenever that is. So cheers. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.